Hi everyone. Time to introduce myself, I guess. My name is Peter Moody and I'm a New Zealander. I'm in my early 40s and I'm making this video because I've watched quite a few young guys doing some really cool videos recently on YouTube for talking about coming out and their coming out story. And I thought this would have made life so much easier for me when I was a bit younger if I'd had the opportunity to see something like that and learn from it. So I thought, hey, it's never too late, right? So I'm in my 40s, I work for a large international IT company, that one there, and I thought, okay, I should tell my coming out story. It's not over. I find myself coming out just about every day to someone different. So, I grew up in a pretty small family. My parents, my mother, my father, an older brother and me. And in my early years, did I know I was gay? Probably. I always kind of did things that were maybe a little less masculine or boy-like than sometimes my brother, and I had friends at school when I was young, girls and boys as well, but it was all over the place. I started wondering more and more when I was in my very early teens, maybe 10 or 11, and then into 12, 13. By the time I was 14, I knew something was very different about me. I didn't know exactly what it was. I hadn't really identified it yet, but I was pretty sure there was something major different about me and how I work. I thought I was going through a phase. I thought I was going through a phase of, really liking the look of this guy or that guy or someone else, and was convinced that there was this phase thing going on. For many years, in fact. In my mid-teens, 14, 15, I got pretty down about it. I got really confused. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why I felt this way. I didn't know what it was. I did contemplate doing things to myself, absolutely. And the funny thing was, I knew what I needed to do was talk to someone. And even though I didn't know what I needed to talk about, but I needed to talk to someone. And so I was looking in the phone book, and this is in the good old days of paper telephone books, the white pages. And I would look up the number of a group called Lifeline here in New Zealand, which was all about preventing suicide, particularly teen suicide. And I'd look at their number, I'd sit there beside the phone, ready to dial it. I'd start dialing it. I'd dial it without picking up the handset. I would dial all but the last number and then hang up. I did this dozens and dozens of times because I didn't know what my problem was. And I was too scared to talk to somebody about it because I didn't know what my problem was. I hadn't clicked that this phase I thought I was going through of liking guys was related to why I felt so shit. So I went through my later teen years just completely ignoring sex. I cut it out of my life. I cut it out of my thoughts. I didn't think about it at all. I didn't have any girlfriends at high school. I did have a girlfriend for a short time when I went to high school in the US as a senior. So I did my senior year in the US and I had a girlfriend there. Nothing happened. Nothing much really happened. I felt much more comfortable with guys. Then after graduating high school, I was off to university and I started writing stories. I thought, hey, I start writing, and I was writing these what became very, very erotic stories quite quickly. And one day I was showing this guy who I was sharing a train with one of my short stories, and he read it and said, "Oh yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Very homoerotic, isn't it?" And I was, "Is it? Oh, okay, yeah, it is." So at the age of 21, I basically admitted to myself that, yeah, this phase has been going on a long time. It's been going a real long time. But I didn't come out. Cutting forward to coming out, well, I decided to go to a local group in town when I was 24. I went to a group called Icebreakers, and this group was all about, guys between 16 and 25 who are coming out and trying to deal with it. So that was my revelation to myself, was going to Icebreakers. It was an eye opener. There were other guys. There were other normal guys, not dressed up as fairies and prancing around in tutus. There were other guys there that were normal, and I could talk to, and it was great. Within 3 months, I had my first boyfriend, and at that point, it was time to talk to the family. And it was one of the hardest conversations I've ever had. It was just me and my parents at their place. I was living on my own I was living out on my own by then, but I was at home and I had to tell them, and it was a case of not the easiest discussion I've ever had in my life, obviously. I didn't know how to bring it up. I had always, when watching TV with them, for example, felt really uncomfortable when there was a gay kiss or something like that on the screen. I'd cringe because deep down I knew that's what I was, but I didn't want it to be discussed. I didn't want anything out of there, and I denied it before. I denied being gay before to my parents. So anyway, commercial break came in the TV show they were watching, and I said, "Can I let you guys know something?" And I did. And I told them that, look, I told some of my friends this 6 months ago, at New Year. They've been really supportive, but it's time I let you guys know as well. I have a boyfriend, and yeah, I'm going out with him, and yeah, I'm gay. Stunned silence. My my dad said something first. His first response was, "Oh, some of my best gays are friends." That was basically the extent of his reaction, was making a little sort of joke about it. My mother cried. She asked if I was sure. She said it was a hard decision I was making. I said, no, it's actually not a decision, and what's been hard is not talking about it. And then she went through a phase of wondering what she had done to cause it, of course. This is going on too long, so yeah, in the end she came to accept it, and I'm really pleased to say that before she died, when I was 27, she got to meet the man that would eventually become my husband, and she loved him as well, and that was fantastic. I've been out to everyone ever since. I've never hidden it. I don't go around saying, "Hi, I'm Peter and I'm gay." But as soon as people ask, "Oh, are you married?" Yes, I am. And my husband does this, that, and the other. I don't hide it. There's no point. I've had maybe 2 negative reactions in my life. I know they happen to some people, but they didn't really happen to me, or haven't yet. So I know everyone who does one of these coming out videos says, you know, it's a really hard thing to do, but it makes life so much easier. And every one of you who's watching this who hasn't come out yet is going, yeah, right, everyone says that. It's true. So, I don't know if this helps, but hey, if it does, cool. And you'll be able to find companies like mine that are completely accepting as well. And that's a fantastic thing. So, best of luck, everyone. Bye.